Hi, I'm Lou Meyer with the Davey Tree Expert Company, and today we're talking about how to hire a tree care service provider for your property. Here in Maryland, we have a licensed tree expert law administered by the Department of Natural Resources. This is unique to Maryland. Not every state has this. So in a lot of states, anyone with a chainsaw and a pickup truck becomes a tree person. Here in Maryland, we have laws that help protect homeowners like you and property owners from fraudulent practices and from other items that we'll be discussing today. In Maryland, there are over 1,200 licensed tree experts today. What this means is that to practice tree work in Maryland on any tree over 20 feet tall or to advertise tree care services, we as professionals have to hold a license. To get this license, a professional like me has to work under another tree expert in Maryland for at least a year to learn the ropes and to make sure that we have adequate knowledge of what to do. We have to sit for an exam, and then once we hold the license, we have to get continuing education units to make sure that we are up to date on industry standards and changes. Most importantly, it requires us to hold an adequate level of insurance. So, for homeowners and business owners like you, what this means is a strong workers' compensation plan and a strong liability insurance coverage. For workers' compensation, if you hire a tree care company and God forbid one of those workers hurts themselves on your property, fall out of a tree, cut themselves with a saw, even trip and twist their ankles, if their company doesn't have adequate workers' compensation insurance, that individual can sue your homeowner's carrier for damages. The liability is really important. In our industry, when things go wrong, they can go really wrong. If a large tree, like the ones around us here in Garrett Park, fall onto your house while I'm working on it and I don't have liability insurance, again, your homeowner's insurance might have to pick up the tab for that damage. So, you want to make sure that any tree worker that you hire in Maryland has a license that includes adequate insurance. Another thing to consider when hiring a tree care professional is if they're a certified arborist. The International Society of Arboriculture is the governing body that certifies arborists in our field. To sit for that exam, we have to have a certain number of years of experience, a certain number of years of education, a combination of both. And it's a long, very difficult exam, and once we achieve it, we have to keep up continuing education units to make sure that, again, we're up to date with industry standards and any changes in the practice. So, both of these things, licensed tree experts and certified arborists, you can find registrations online. So licensed tree experts on the Department of Natural Resources Forestry page and certified arborists through the ISA, the International Society of Arboriculture. We work really hard to get these certifications and licenses, and we pay a lot of money for this insurance coverage. And because of this, we're not only happy to talk about it, we're proud to talk about it. So when you're looking for a tree care service provider, ask anyone you talk to for copies of their licenses, copies of their insurance plans, and follow up on those. Go on to the Department of Natural Resources website, look up that tree expert license and make sure that the person you're talking to is the person who holds that license. We want you to do this. We want you to be happy with the service that you get. And when you're looking for service providers, talk to your friends and neighbors. Who do they use? Why do they like them? What do they hope to find in their service providers? Not every company is a perfect match for every homeowner and every business provider, so find an arborist or a tree expert that you feel comfortable with.